Tyson Fury taking his time to get centre ring, where Deontay Wilder waits.
Center ring, gentlemen, center ring. Okay, trunks here are good. These trunks are high. I'm going to let you work on this belt line. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. God bless you both. Catch up.
Oh, wow. If looks could kill. Both of them delivering intense stares. The real stare down coming from Fury. How's he going to start? Is he going to go rushing across the ring once again? Will Wilder try and put it on him from word go? All the talking over, the fight now about to begin. Wilder short of the target with those two jabs to the body.
The jab to the body is something he did not really use in their first or second fight. And it's a very important key to this fight, I believe.
Wilder on the front foot, nothing from Fury so far. And there's the right hand that he's looking for. Fury able to evade it. But Wilder, as he promised, as many had expected, is trying to dictate from word go, Richie.
What he's doing here, Wilder, tactic plain and simple. Working to the body, and he's going to try the right hand over the top. So there's the right hand there. So what he's doing with the jab, just pouring to the body with the left hand, to take the attention away from the right hand that's going to follow after 2 or 3 jabs to the body. That's what he's doing. And what he's trying to do as well is bring Tyson over the front foot, but as long as Tyson's moving away, he'll take the sting out of the shot. But it's just a plain, simple tactic. Work the body with the jab and then send the right hand over the top.
I noticed two right hands to the body Wilder threw, and Fury dropped it, sort of tried to block those shots. I believe he's going to try to look at the body, then throw a right hand to the head, but Fury looks quite cool under pressure. He seems quite controlled and not too overawed with those long shots to the body. They're solid shots, but he's dealing with it nice.
Now he gets in with his first scoring shot of his own, Fury, the right hand. The referee Russell Moore having to split them for the first time. But it's been a quiet opening so far from Fury. He's not fought with the early ferocity that he did of the last meeting at the MGM Grand back in February 2020. There's the right hand from Wilder, just short of the mark, but not by a long way.
We've got to see if Tyson Fury can adjust here. So it's quite a difficult target to hit Deontay Wilder, because that long jab, straight jab to the body, he's keeping the distance, you see, with that shot. You see, so it's difficult for Tyson to catch him. And that's exactly what Deontay Wilder is doing with that jab and maintaining that gap. So Tyson's got to adjust, maybe try the right uppercut, or certainly left up to the body. But this is a good start from Fury. It's on from Deontay Wilder.
Wilder has boxed beautifully in this opening round. He's got his tactics and he's stuck to them.
Let go. Let go. Back up.
Jabbing to the body. As David pointed out early on in this fight, the opening round, which Wilder has done the most so far. Fury trying to throw the left-right combination. Wilder was able to block it as we move into the last few seconds of an opening round, but that's a big right hand from Fury. Maybe the best shot of the fight so far, but Wilder thinks he's done enough to win the opening round.
I think Wilder did enough to win that round, but that right hand at the end of the round really did sort of sway the momentum back in Tyson Fury's favour. The amount of shots he must have landed, 15 to 20 clean shots to the body of Fury. Nothing heavy to the head, but in terms of points scored, I'll definitely go with that over the single right hand to Wilder. That looked like it bothered him.
Took him time to find it though, but when he did, it was significant.
Yeah, so it's a good start for Wilder, but you see then Tyson Fury, it took him a while just to work it out what he was actually doing, Wilder. So Fury, towards the end of the round, put it on him.
Let's look at some of the action from the opening round, and there is that right hand from Fury right in the closing seconds.
It took him a while to land, but he got to it at the end there, Fury.
it's a high pace that Wilder has started with. You know, with the additional weight that he's added, the half a stone he's put on, you know, that won't help his cardio, I'll tell you that.
Well, is he going to be a bit more reticent now in this second round, having felt Fury's chopping right hand in the closing seconds?
So Tyson just sussed him out towards the end of the round and got more aggressive, and he did there. Better from Tyson Fury, fighting fire with fire, keeping him on his back foot, not letting Wilder settle down with that jab again.
Words there from Wilder. Remember the old quote from Mike Tyson, we all have a plan until we get hit in the mouth.
Stop! Let go!
Is Wilder going to be able to stick to the plan that he's formulated with Malik Scott? Fury just signs that he's starting to get to him a little bit more.
It looks like all of the shots Wilder's throwing out are super heavy. He's really putting a lot of energy into every single shot. There's no fast jabs, there's no range-finding shots. Great right hook to the body from Fury.
Fury is starting to get into range more. Talking to the referee, and he was complaining.
Okay, keep this clean, keep it clean.
Wilder being told not to drag Fury on. Hand around the back of the neck, which of course is not allowed. He was short with that right hand, Wilder.
Well, typical example of Wilder just launching from too far out, and Wilder's moving backwards. We spoke about that before. Even if that shot hits Tyson Fury, then he's taking the punt, he's taking the sting out of it and the power. It's the 1-2 combination for me from Fury that's doing really well at this stage, but he's got to be accurate with it. He's got to be accurate with the left hand and that straight right to just maintain that gap between himself and Deontay Wilder.
Fury trying to use his physical strength, and again Wilder being told off for holding on, dragging Fury on close where he wasn't able to get any purchase on his punches. Fury onto his toes now. There's a right hand from Wilder, but returned with interest from Fury, and the fight is starting to warm up here in the second.
Very nice paced fight. Both fighters letting big shots go. Another big right hand from Fury there. You know, Wilder needs to use a bit more boxing skills. You know, he's got that long right hand works for him, but he's throwing it from so far out, and he's not earning the position to land that right hand.
More effective work from Fury in this second round, and again holding on by both men, and the referee has been busy. I'm going to have to try and keep the action going here. Just stifling each other and negating.
And this type of inside work works out better for Fury. He's the heavier man. He does a lot of the inside work. Big right hand from Wilder just then. It momentarily stunned Fury, but I think that's a close round, but I'd probably edge that to Fury.
Richie, how did you have it?
10-9 to Tyson Fury, got back on level terms there. Better boxing from Fury.
Right, let's listen into the corner. Here's Malik Scott with Deontay Wilder.
Sorry.
After you punch, listen to me. After you punch, anticipate.
Punches in front, punches in front. Thank you.
After you punch, anticipate. He's coming right back.
How you feel, baby? How you feel, baby? How you feel? How you feel? This is your
I'll keep him clean.
You hear what I said, bro?
I'll keep him clean. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, in the red corner, Sugar Hill Stewart. Well, difficult to predict at this stage, not too much between them. Kind of to an extent the phony war, but you kind of know that one big attack could have a very significant effect.
That feint's going to be very important for Tyson Fury. There it is there, with the front hand and the front foot. Deontay Wilder then is unsure what's to follow. But again, it's Fury just closing him down, walking him down. And look at that's better from Tyson Fury, nice quick feet.
Great body shot from Fury there, really took the wind out of Wilder.
And the left hook to the side of the head there, and beating Wilder to the punch. And suddenly Wilder just looking a little bit more disorganised.
Disorganised and wild in the shot there. John looking for the right hand. And it was better, straight, accurate work from Tyson Fury there. It's just signs that Deontay Wilder is not tiring, but I don't know, David. He's just like feeling the pace slightly.
The sharpness has come out of his shots. Fury's been able to block a few of the body shots which were landing earlier because they were quicker. They've slowed down a bit, so Fury's able to just get that elbow in front of it. But this inside clinch work definitely works out for Wilder. For Fury, he needs to stay in this zone as long as he can do, working and grinding inside.
Well, now it's Russell Moore laying down the law to Tyson Fury. Referee not going to stand for it. Both of them have been warned now. Wilder trying to land that chopping right hand. He's gambling.
Yeah, he's gambling in a big way.
And he lands one.
Well, he lands one, but again, Tyson Fury moving away. He's not bringing him onto the shot. That's the problem you've got with Tyson Fury. He's not coming over his front foot there. He's actually moving away. You have to have phenomenal power to knock a man out who's moving away from you.
He wobbled him with a jab there. Fury right down the pipe, landed a clean right hand for a clean jab.
The crowd responding to these big swinging rights from Wilder, but they're not landing clean. Missed around the back of the shoulder and missed again with that one. But it's Fury now who wants to hold on and tie him up.
What an action-packed fight this is.
Wilder just going for that swinging right hand over the top. Fury more straighter, accurate shots from the champion.
There's Animate. Oh, he's got a big right hand. He goes down. It was the right hand that did the damage. And Wilder is down for the count in the third round. 30 seconds to go still. And he has now had the first big attack, the first big significant attack. And Fury is poised and waiting now to step in and to try and finish it. Right,
oh, super!
He's got him again. And he's holding on desperately here, Wilder. This is a huge round for Fury. And Wilder is all over the place. And can he go again? There goes the bell. He is literally saved by the bell. A massive, massive round for Tyson Fury.
He was more hurt in that round than he was in the whole 7 rounds of fight. The second fight they had, the last fight. He's completely out on his feet. I'm not sure what they can do or say, what Maddox Scott can muster up in terms of advice to go back out to get through this 4th round now. And he's in dire straits.
The problem you have there for Deontay Wilder, he actually went for it in the first part of the round, but by doing that he leaves himself open. And Tyson Fury fought fire with fire there. More accurate, powerful shots have hit the target. This fella here now in this corner, he's in big, big trouble because Tyson Fury knows now that he can knock Deontay Wilder out. Those are the signs. Super punch there from Wilder, catches him on the inside, and down he goes.
Down he goes, and the gruesome memories of that second fight will be coming flooding back to Deontay Wilder now. He is facing the very real precipice of another sensational knockout. There's the way it is at the moment on Richie's scorecard, and Fury is dominant, and in this 4th round, can he now go in there and finish this? How well has Deontay Wilder been able to regroup?
As long as Tyson Fury doesn't get complacent, this isn't over yet. You're in against a big puncher, but Tyson Fury is going for it. He senses the victory. He's just got to make sure he does it behind that jab, straight right hand, and get to Deontay Wilder, put him under pressure.
Well, he said he was going to obliterate him. He said he was going to end his career. Too early to say yet. The big, big early advantage now to Tyson Fury. A little bit of an air of desperation about those punches coming from Wilder, and he looks a bit unsteady as he's backed up.
Fury's doing the right thing here. He's keeping nice and tight, walking him down, touching him with that jab, and just waiting for these big swings coming because they're very, very crude. And he keeps rushing in with this long, raking jab that's really hurt Wilder on occasion. He's in complete control right now.
The energy seems to have just been sapped from Deontay Wilder. And it's an incredible look on his face now. He's really, really tired. Is it because he's too heavy? He's been hit with big shots. We all know, David, that once you're hit with big shots, it takes it out of you.
Is Tyson Fury just too good for him? Is Tyson Fury just got his number?
And is he psychologically somewhat unravelling here? Fury is on the front foot, looking to impose himself again. He's looking for that big right hand, and he's got him going again on those ropes.
Wilder's fighting instinct when he's in trouble is very poor. His chin comes up in the air and he just swings left and right because he's never had someone as big and as strong in his face.
Those tactics of the first round, the jab to the body and the overhand right, seems to have been largely forgotten by Deontay Wilder now. And Fury, there he gets a right hand though. It's a big one for Wilder. And down goes Fury. What a turnaround. Huge right hand. And now it's Fury who takes a count. Wow, what a punch.
Incredible shot from Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury coming forward, got a little bit complacent, walks onto a shot, but we know he can recover.
He's no more hurt than Wilder was earlier. They've both been in exactly the same position. Who wants it most? Who's got the bigger heart?
And now Wilder's looking to finish it. Fury's having to cover up. What a fight we've got here. Another big right hand, just missed him by fractions. There's one from Fury, and it's an absolute violent blow, but down goes Fury for a second time. The upset is on. Is it going to be redemption? The clock ticking down, and we're just about coming to the end of the fourth round. A second knockdown. It's going to be a 10-7 round for Deontay Wilder.
Absolutely incredible.
One of the best last couple of rounds you've ever seen a heavyweight fight. So much heart, so much grit, determination. You know, Fury showed such balls getting up from those massive shots. We know how hard Wilder hits, 41 knockouts, you know, pretty much in a row. And he's taken and he's tasted some of that now. So both fighters are in the same spot, both tired, both hurt, both really feeling the pace. But these are two great warriors in there, doing exactly what they're born to do.
What a punch.
That same shot has knocked out so many people, but Fury was able to maintain, stay on his feet. You know, so much credit to both of these guys.
He just didn't, got a little bit complacent, just didn't measure the distance too well, Tyson. Walked forward, very, very confident, and then Deontay Wilder delivers a shot like that. But that's what this man is about, remember, Deontay Wilder. Such a phenomenal puncher.
He looked tired, he looked as though he was struggling, and suddenly there was the equaliser, down twice, and now Wilder is right back in there, and he's looking to establish dominance here in this fifth round. An electric atmosphere here in Las Vegas.
This might make Fury now just box on that back foot, box more sensible. What he's got to do now is keep the distance and box at range. Tyson Fury doesn't need to be coming over his front foot, just got to keep the distance and trying to keep Deontay Wilder at bay.
Fury did a nice little cheeky right hand inside, then all those little shots you can get away with, sort of fringe breaking the rules. You need to do whatever you need to do in a battle like this to get the victory.
You need to win great fights to become a great fighter. And both of these men are fancying this now, and what we have, it might be wild, it might not be cultured, but it's a great fight.
Wilder's still going for it, isn't he? He's still looking for that knockout shot, that right hand. Oh, what a shot from Fury! That's what was needed. That right hand there, that was a belting punch, John.
And now it is Wilder who holds on again. He's right back in it now, Fury. We wondered whether he could regroup. He most certainly has done.
Wilder needs to stay out of these clinches. This works in Fury's favour. Fury can do this all night long. All it's going to do is tire out Wilder's muscles. He needs to stay long and look for those big shots from afar.
He's trying to measure him for another big right hand as Fury beats him to the jab.
And that's what he's got to do, John. Use his jab here as Tyson Fury. Just box at range. There's Wilder still looking for that big right hand. That was a good shot.
Oh, he's wobbled him again. And Fury wants to hold on.
Wilder's still going for it, and he's actually tiring because he's putting so much into those right hands. But Fury just got to compose himself, work the jab, keep the distance, just settle down again.
Again, Wilder looks tired as he's beaten to the punch once more. Launched that right hand from way, way back. Decent body shot from Fury, and then using that weight to his advantage again.
Wilder's lost the snap out of his legs completely, super flat-footed here. Fury looks quite fresh. He's out of the two of them, he seems the fresher. He's the bigger, and when inside his clinches, he's throwing nice little hooks and little short punches inside just to sap the strength of Wilder, slow him down even further.
Tyson Fury never been down twice in a round before.
down heavy, very, very heavy. To see him in the next round
Let go.
shows his
Stop.
testament to his
Stop
fitness
that.
and his conditioning.
And fighting heart, sheer fighting heart as well, carrying him right back into this and probably winning in this round. Dog-tired he looks, doesn't he, Deontay Wilder? And there's the bell. Richie, have you got that one?
Really close round. That one could have gone either way, but I'd probably just go Tyson Fury, the better word. Dangerous shots from Deontay Wilder.
Let's listen in. Here's Sugar Hill Stewart with Fury.
He's ready to go backwards, and you're not pushing him forward. Slide pushing him back tight like this. Slide in quick, and start going to work. Get yourself going to work. He's sitting there doing this shit, and you're not jumping on him. You're right there. You're letting him slip away because you're not doing everything. Take advantage of it. Everything we were working on, he's doing it. You gotta just go ahead and do it now. Look at him, he gave it his best shot. Be real smart. Come on, slide to it.
Well, no, David, I reckon he's read that pretty well because he wasn't doing a lot there, Wilder, and he needs to capitalise, Fury.
Yeah, Fury needs to keep the pressure on. He needs to keep doing what he's doing. Just turn it up 15-20%. The jab, I think, has been key for Tyson Fury. He's had a lot of success with the jab, and the jab sets everything else up. Wilder, on the other hand, his jab is completely obsolete here. He's not landing it. He's not even throwing it. Occasionally in the first 2 or 3 rounds, he's thrown it to the body. Since then, he's kind of forgotten about it, just gone head hunting with a big right hand.
And when he sees Deontay Wilder come forward, just to be able to just adjust and maintain the gap and just go take a backward step occasionally. He's got to, like David says, got to use his jab and his right hand, but keep the distance with them. So box at distance with those straight shots and just adjust your feet. Don't come over your front foot, hit the target and move back occasionally and try and bring Deontay Wilder forward.
Fury trying to bully Wilder back. Wilder being made to miss again and once more being pushed back across the ring. So less effective on the back foot.
But remember, John, when it's a contest like that, when it's close, on the inside, you're giving Wilder more of a chance to land the odd shot here and there. Remember, Tyson Fury's got the height and the reach. And if he uses it sensibly, behind that jab, straight right hand, keep him at bay. Try and bring him over the front foot and bring him onto a shot. But when they're in close, then Wilder may land one.
Again, leaning on, remember, he's so much heavier, Fury, 19 stone 11 as against 17 stone, big weight difference. Good shot, and both of them landing heavily, almost simultaneously.
Hands up for you, hands up for you.
Well, who's your money on now? I tell you what, it is that sort of fight. One big punch either way could settle it.
Stop! Let go! Let go!
Both of them showing signs of fatigue.
Fury seems in good shape. Fury seems like he's putting the punches together in bunches. Wilder just throws 1 or 2 punches at a time. Fury, yeah, the shots are coming so slowly from Wilder now. Fury's able just to literally matrix him and slip and slide.
Caught him with the right hand there, Fury, as he fell back onto the ropes. Wilder, that's not going to be a knockdown, I don't believe, and the referee signals no.
There seems an air of desperation in every shot that Wilder throws with that right hand. Launches it from way far out. Better work from Fury on that front foot. But he seems to weather the storm well, Wilder, and come back with a dangerous shot. You never know when this guy is out of it.
Maybe his conditioning better this time around. Remember, it was stopped in the 7th round last time. We're in the 6th here. And Fury finishing on the front foot. Wild right hand from Wilder.
Not a good sign from Wilder, throwing a right hand that wasn't there. It was a desperation right hand. It was not set up. It wasn't there, but he still threw it. That shows signs of, I need to get you out of there.
And he threw it from so far back.
It was never going to land. It was never going to land. That's a very negative sign from a fighter.
And they're both weathered storms, but Tyson seems to be coming through his a little bit better now. I think Deontay Wilder's a little bit more tired. Fury's getting back to his boxing a little bit more, setting the attacks up well with the straighter shots. And probably mentally he's getting with it now, Tyson Fury.
You gave him that last round, Tyson?
Yeah, I thought he won that last round. especially
I also gave that last round to Fury.
So we've got Fury going into a lead here at the halfway stage. And a significant advantage. But Wilder's still there, still dangerous. Well, it was this round where it ended in the second contest.
Stop! Let him go!
Patterson, Johansson, Ali Frazier, Ali Norton, Bo Holyfield. Great trilogies, and here we have another.
In front! In front!
Fury on the front foot, looking to dictate.
And I think he's getting more and more confident, Tyson Fury. That's better work from him.
It looks like Fury's got his second wind here. He was a little bit winded earlier, but he seems to getting into his flow. He's got an extra little bounce in his step now. He's doing the 2 or 3 phases I've seen, just coming in with that jab. Yeah, Wilder's shots are getting looser and more reckless, and that means there's less power on those shots.
But he's still there, and still chancing those big swinging right hands. Fury needs to keep concentration. Boos from the crowd for the holding.
Oh, what a shot, Tyson Fury.
Wilder manages to take it, but he's holding on with an air of desperation now.
Wilder's legs are shaky, very, very shaky.
It's all very well being able to bench press fast weights, but if you can't stay on your feet.
Fury attacking the body now as well, just to sap every bit of strength out of Wilder to take this thing out of those big right hands of his.
There's a left hand from Fury, looked as though it strayed low, and now chopping right hand from Fury, responding to one from Wilder, who's still in there pitching.
We've just got to watch it as Tyson Fury goes forward. Look at Wilder, that was a cracking jab. Wilder's still dangerous, but it's, like I say, it's desperation with that right hand. He's tiring by the second here.
Fury's starting to take.
Wilder.
Fury took.
He's got him! He's got him! It was a right hand! Went right down to his boots, and he's holding on in desperation now here. How can he hold on? How can he stay upright? Somehow he manages, but he's still got 30 seconds to survive this 7th round.
Just needs a bit of composure here, John, now, does Fury. Just set up the attacks, still use that lead hand, but he's the boss in there at the moment, Tyson Fury.
Fury has taken 2 clean right hands down the pipe from Wilder, shots that really hurt him in round 4 and 5, and now just bouncing off of Fury's head. And that's not a good sign. It means that Wilder's snap and his power is now gone. So the chance of him picking him up with a big shot is getting less and less.
He's going to survive to the bell, and we'll listen straight into the corners between these rounds, and let's see how the trainers and the fighters are seeing it. Here's Deontay Wilder with Malik Scott.
The drill with the punches. We think the right hand. He leans to that side. We lift him up, bend him right hand. He's leaning to that side.
Put your hand out here and got it. Left right out. It's not that hard. Red light, green light. Finish this shit now with the jab. I'm telling you only one thing, jab. Let the jab go to work. Okay. He can't throw the right hand if you jab it. Quit trying to duck walk in. Jab the motherfucker, man.
Yes.
Just jab the motherfucker, goddammit. The simplest shit in the book. Let's go.
Fury ahead on Richie's card. And you heard in no uncertain terms from Sugar Hill Stewart, Fury being told to box him, to jab him. Box your way in, then land the punches. Don't give Wilder the chance of the lucky break.
The Sugar Hill knows that to set up the knockout shot, it's got to be set up behind the jab, the lead hand, to measure that distance, look, with a shot like that, and then eventually the right hand will follow. That's what he's got to do. Doesn't need to get complacent. We've seen that in this contest already from Tyson Fury. A rare mistake, so he's got to watch what he's doing, but the jab's so important.
He came so close to going down again in that last round, Wilder, and he's under pressure again here. Fury is piling it on, and he can do little more than just hold on. Fury is dominant now.
He's completely dominant. It seems like a matter of time before a big right hand from Fury lands around the side of Wilder's head. See, that shot in early on in the fight would have had a massive effect, and it seems to be bouncing off Fury now.
Not the snap or the power in Wilder's punches that there was. And Fury trying to measure him for another of those concussive rights.
Yeah, more clever. Better, clever approach there from Tyson. In and out with the feet. That is beautiful. Beautiful boxing.
Stop! Nico, stop! Stop!
Fury ahead, and clearly ahead on our cards now. Wilder has got little plan now apart from winging in a huge right hand.
Oh, lovely. The pace. Oh, he's going to go. Big shot, big shot.
Staggered back drunkenly. Almost sank to the canvas again, and Fury will see him right in front of him, walking and moving groggily.
There is nothing left on Wilder's shots now. And is Malik Scott going to do what he's been told by not throwing in the towel? Because it looks like he's going to get into a position where a towel being thrown in may save him for another day.
I'll tell you what though, John, what they may regret now, he's coming in at 17 stone because he's really tired now, and that's just going to add, that's going to just sap the energy levels. He's carrying weight that he shouldn't be, he's not used to. Well, can Tyson Fury, finish him off?
Fair play to Wilder's resolve though, had him down twice in the fourth round, and he's been looking as though he's been on the cusp of being floored on more than one occasion. And he looks absolutely out on his feet.
This is where you can't get complacent. You've still got to set the attacks up with the jab and get the job done. He's a dangerous man, Wilder.
Blood coming from Wilder's mouth. And another big round for Tyson Fury. Wilder might celebrate, but no way he won that round, no way.
I think he's just celebrating that he heard the final, heard that ring, heard the bell for the end of that round. It seems like he's on borrowed time in there now. He's not able to sustain any form of attack. His wings, big, long, looping right hands, that even if they do land, they're bouncing off him.
Let's hear.
We can't allow that, especially inside. Use the free hand. Stay alert and stay off the rope. Look at me. Stay alert and stay off the rope. We have to back him up. We have to back him up. He was blessed with something to back him up. Off of the clinches, don't go back. Off to the clinches, push him back. Let's go. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go.
Fury on top. Easier said than done to try and push him back. How's he going to do that?
For me, John, he hasn't got the energy levels to back him up. That's his problem. The corner.
The doctor's looking. Satisfied it can continue, but only just.
But it's not over, remember. That's the thing. Tyson Fury is in control, but he's just got to see this job out now. You're in against a very dangerous one-punch knockout artist.
Stop!
So he's just got to keep doing what he's doing. Listen to his corner, keep the punches straight, set up that right hand.
There've been 3 or 4 occasions when it's looked as though Wilder has been ready to be taken, but somehow he's stayed upright, beaten to the jab there, and Fury is walking him back, looking for the payoff punch. Looked as though it could have been all over in the fourth. That seems an awful long time ago now.
That's a shot from Deontay Wilder. That's lifted the crowd up till then. The crowd are getting a bit subdued. They can even sense it themselves that Tyson Fury is fully in control, but that was just a reminder for Fury that Wilder is still in it.
Yeah, Wilder landed something big there, and Tyson really felt that one.
Good jabs from Fury.
There's no defence from Wilder whatsoever, no head movement, no blocking. He's just soaking those jabs clean up in the face. That's tiredness for you.
Tremendous bravery though, still in there pitching, and he's shown an absolute warrior instinct tonight. Fury looking for him again, and the referee's keeping a very close watch.
That was superb there from Fury, just up the tempo, went through the gears, starting to land the bigger shots. Deontay Wilder looks like he's out on his feet.
He's looked like that for about 3 or 4 rounds.
Very, very deceiving, Wilder. He looks like he's finished, and then he brings out a big right hand.
It'll be dangerous as long as he's still in there.
Some nice inside work from Fury here, sinking in lovely little shots. You know, he's used to doing a lot of inside fighting, lots of body sparring, and Wilder just seems completely out of his depth when they're inside, up and close like this.
And you know what, John? I think Fury he's waking up in this contest. He's starting to fight now. He's Tyson Fury. He's warming to the task. It's dangerous, yes, but he's warming to the task now. Is Tyson Fury.
Wilder again under heavy onslaught of punches here, but still hopefully winging in those right hands. Fury lands one of his own. Last 10 seconds of the round. Big uppercut from Wilder this time, and he finishes as the aggressor. Oh, what a round! Tremendous round again. Great effort from Deontay Wilder.
Amazing, look, spirited effort at the end of the round. They're completely exhausted, but managed to summon up, you know, a nice little burst of punches that seemed to bother Fury. Just sent. I had Fury winning that round, but it was nice to see that Fury still got something in the tank, because he looked like out on his feet.
Wilder somehow managed to come back. He's the one who had a little bit left in the tank. Look as though he's got too much now, though, does he?
It's a great reminder for Fury, though, isn't it? The guy is still in it. Wilder's still dangerous, but this was good work from Tyson Fury, keeping Wilder on the ropes, but then he got caught with a little right uppercut towards the end. But here, very dominant, went through the gears here, Tyson Fury, put Deontay Wilder on the ropes, tremendous 1-2, and then switched the work to the body with a hook. But Wilder, as we know, is still in it, in producing a punch like that.
Well, you have to admire the desire of Wilder, the warrior instinct. He's still in there battling, but Fury, on our card anyway, is now starting to get a long way in front, and it's looking as though Wilder's got to find a knockout punch. 3 rounds to go. Malik Scott just in front of us is bellowing his advice. Oh, he didn't advise him to take a punch like that, and he's going again, Wilder.
Just manages to recover, but big shots there again from Fury. That's when sometimes that Wilder can be so dangerous, then just in desperation he can throw that right hand. But Fury coming forward, out-muscling him, working him over on the inside. And again, boxing well at distance, but well on the inside also.
According to the punch stats, Fury landing twice as many as Wilder. But Wilder's still there, takes another big right hand. Can Fury somehow find a way to get him out of there, or is Wilder going to see it through? Is there going to be just one more turn of the dice, one more throw of the dice from Wilder in this gambling city?
All he's got, Wilder, is that right hand on the inside. Again, Tyson Fury, he's outworking him. At short range, he's the boss. At long range, he's the boss. But at the same time, Wilder just dangerous with the odd shot here and there. What a step, what a punch.
He's got him in as the right hand. Down yet again. He's on his feet. He's groggy. And the referee will want to make absolutely certain that he's okay to continue. He says he is. Wants him to walk towards him. Is he happy? He lets him go on. Fury now will look to take him out right now, right here, in this night, in this 10th round. He's wanting to finish it, and Wilder looks as though he's ready to be taken.
It doesn't seem like there's much left from Wilder. His tank seems like it's empty, and Fury's just putting a consistent pressure on Wilder, just sapping every little thing he's got.
Slowly but surely, Tyson Fury, he's just dismantling Deontay Wilder at range on the inside. But remember, he's still in there.
And still trying to throw big uppercuts, but he's going to go again. Fury right cross and an uppercut, Wilder holding on. How is he staying upright? On the receiving end of some huge punches, but still throwing one of his own. And another. He's got Fury going now. Can he turn it round? Oh, astonishing. What a turnaround in the last 10 seconds. Where did he find that from?
Just when you think he's completely finished, he just pulls something out of the bag. You know, he's got such heavy hands. All it takes is one shot. But Fury was taking those punches, he was taking those shots. And while Wilder's so disorganised in there, he doesn't seem to have the inner fighting skills, but he somehow finds a way to land his shot. But Tyson Fury wasn't bothered by that at all. He knew he won the round. He let him blast. He let him empty his tank there.
What a warrior though Deontay Wilder is. We thought it was over again. Fury in control.
The doctor has made his way up into the Wilder corner, having another good look at him to decide whether or not he's okay to continue. He's fighting on instinct and he's being allowed to continue. 6 minutes left. Fury a mile in front. That would be a 10-8 round. But Wilder astonishing that little flourish in the last 10 seconds of the 10th. What a fight.
Unbelievable.
What a fight.
I think Tyson Fury just got to box sensible now. He's well ahead here.
Let go.
But will he go for the knockout? He wants to knock Wilder out. And probably feels he could do that.
Big uppercut.
Let go.
Holds on again.
Okay, stop. Let go.
But from looking very tired early on in the contest, Wilder, how he's kept going, it's incredible. Oh, what a punch!
That one landed as clean as it has done so far. Wilder showing tremendous heart, staying on his feet.
Fury trying to push him away to give space to land more big shots of his own to try and finish Wilder. How on earth is Deontay Wilder staying upright?
There was a super left hook that went to the body there, and Fury's just hurt him again with an uppercut. It could be all over now.
Will be now. That surely is going to be the end of the fight. Fury's already celebrating, and the fight is all over. It's all over, and Wilder is beaten, and Fury in the 11th round gets the stoppage he craves. Sensational fight, brilliant ending. Fury has dismantled Deontay Wilder and turned the fight around. In massive trouble in the 4th round when he was put down twice, having Wilder down in the 3rd. At that point, it looked as though Wilder could find his redemption moment, but it wasn't to be. He showed extraordinary bravery to keep going and keep going. His partner's in tears. He knows now that Tyson Fury quite definitely is the superior man, and in the 11th round Fury finds the spectacular win that he craved.
That was Wilder on his best day in there. He landed some big shots. He started fresh, he started fast, jabs to the body. He was doing everything he wanted to do. He was just bested in there. Tyson Fury took his best and Wilder couldn't take his, and here's a clear, concise victor here in an absolutely scintillating performance from both fighters, putting everything on the line. And Tyson Fury has shown, conclusively that he's the man.
I'll tell you what, Richie. People have criticised Wilder for his lack of boxing ability in the past. But my God, this guy has got a heart. He really has.
Incredible. I take my hat off to Deontay Wilder for the fact that he stayed in the contest as long as he did, because there it was a dominant display from Tyson Fury again, but it just showed you how dangerous Deontay Wilder is with that one single shot. But for me, another terrific performance from Fury. He's done what he said he was going to do, knock his opponent out. But such an exciting fight, because at one point you thought he was going to go the other way. But fair play, a great contest, and Tyson Fury a great winner.
Fury with his brother alongside him, and his great friend Tim as well, offering his congratulations. He's in tears. He knows that he's probably had to dig deeper. Well, definitely, he's had to dig deeper tonight than he ever has done before as a fighter.
Yeah, for sure. He's never been in that type of situation where he's been completely out like that, other than his last fight. But he got up to win the rounds in the second fight with Wilder. This time it's a completely different fight. He was fighting a Wilder who had 2 arms, 2 legs, and was fit and was ready, and was motivated, was in perfect condition. So it was a lot tougher for him, but he raised his game and did exactly what he needed to do. The boxing skills truly paid the bills tonight, and the jab was amazing. He was able to soak up great punishment from Wilder and just grind him down.
And if you've spent your money tonight, you couldn't get over here and watch it live. You'll have been watching it with us on television. That was just wildly exciting, extraordinary.
Yeah, incredible, it really was. And I thought the performance from Fury, he's a masterclass performance in that he boxes well at range. He dismantled him on the inside. I thought his inside work tonight, Tyson Fury, was tremendous. Little shots on the inside, little hooks, little uppercuts. Excellent work in short range. Bullied Deontay Wilder again, and Deontay Wilder couldn't do anything about it. And I'll stand with what I said before. I thought coming in at 17 stone was the wrong thing to do for me. I think he tired. He was always in the fight, but as Tyson Fury went on round by round, he just tightened the screw here and there every time, and he worked him out. It was a good opening round for Wilder with the jabs to the body, but Tyson Fury soon realised that he had to put him on the back foot, and that's what he did.
I don't think there were too many commiserations in that corner there. I think he was going over there and emphatically saying, I told you, and I've done it.
Yeah, it didn't look too pleasant. Well, I'm not sure. I'd like to be in there to know exactly what was said, but it sounds like Tyson was given a piece of his mind in there. He proved he's a superior athlete, the superior fighter, the superior boxer. And just like he did last time, but I find this performance more impressive, as I'm positive that Wilder was on good form tonight. He knew what he had to do. There was no chance of being surprised by the antics of Fury, and he just wasn't able to raise his game to that level.
Fury was delivering a few well-chosen observations to Wilder's manager, Shelley Finkel, as much as to say, you've done everything to try and discredit me, and now I've proven that I am the better man.
Yes, indeed. We're just looking at some more replays here of the final punches that finished off Deontay Wilder. It took a while to land those shots there, because he was always dangerous, Deontay Wilder. He was always in it. Yeah, but piece by piece, he's been broken down and eventually taken out by a man who's beat him in every department again for me. On the inside, he was a better boxer. On the outside at range, okay, that's what made it exciting, because Wilder still landed that right hand here and there. But overall, Tyson Fury was better all round again.
Lennox Lewis commentating for American television, and you can see as he sits there alongside Andre Ward, you can see exactly what Lennox made of it. And that, as he emphasised earlier on, is what it's all about, fighting as a big man. And Tyson Fury emphatically did that tonight.
Yeah, Lennox would have been very impressed with what Fury did tonight, utilising that jab, keeping the sharp feet. One of Lennox's biggest tools was his footwork in and out of range. For a big man, he could really move that weight around. And watching Fury in there tonight, there wasn't a stage where he looked flat-footed. He was always had that bounce in his feet from the first round all the way to the end. And when he needed to turn it on and put clusters of punches together, that's exactly what he did.
Well, I've witnessed 3 fights now, all of them incredible, and here is the official result.
He is the winner by way of knockout, and he is still the undefeated WBC and lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Meanwhile, a sad and beaten Deontay Wilder has left the ring and is making his way back to the dressing room. Looked very unsteady as he made his way down the steps at the side of the ring. He proved what a strong, tough man he is. that Tyson Fury proved that he is the better fighter, and he proved that he is quite definitely the heavyweight division's #1.